The Sunday school lesson for August the 11th, 2024 comes from 1 Samuel chapter 16, verses 1 through 4b and verses 6 through 13. Young David, anointed king. Welcome, viewers and subscribers, to my channel, The Backstory and More. I am Audrey. If you are new here and are interested in knowing what happens before each Sunday school class, you are at the right place, because I will share the backstory, read the lesson text, and offer a brief lesson summary. The backstory. Let's begin. In the Christian arrangement of the books of the Old Testament, 1st and 2nd Samuel are included with the 12 historical books from Joshua through Esther. They record the transition from theocracy, being governed by the Lord, to monarchy, being governed by an earthly king. The books of 1st and 2nd Samuel can be divided into these sections. End of Judges period. 1 Samuel chapters 1 through 8. God's selection and rejection of Samuel. 1 Samuel chapters 9 through 15. God's selection of David and Saul's fall. 1 Samuel chapters 16 through 31. And establishment of David's throne. 2 Samuel chapters 1 through 10. The sections continue. David's sin and flight from Jerusalem. 2 Samuel chapters 11 through 15. Reestablishment of David in Jerusalem. 2 Samuel chapters 19 through 20. David's legacy. 2 Samuel chapters 21 through 24. The period of the judges lasted more than 300 years, from 1380 to 1050 BC. The judges administered justice and served as God's chosen military leaders when the people were oppressed by foreign invaders. This is told briefly in Judges chapter 2, verses 6 through 19, and recorded in detail in the rest of that book. Samuel's prophetic ministry began during the latter part of those deplorable years in 1067 BC. This was a time when Israel had no king. Judges 18, chapter 18, verse 1, and chapter 19, verse 1. This was also a time when moral conditions among the people were chaotic. Everyone did as they saw fit. Chapter 21, verse 25. In his transitional role, Samuel is sometimes referred to as the last of the judges. 1 Samuel chapter 7, verse 6, and the first of the prophets, chapter 3, verse 20. Samuel was one of the greatest of Israel's judges. After freeing the country from oppressors, he established a circuit court to administer justice. 1 Samuel chapter 7, verse 16. His decisions were respected, for they were according to the law. Verse 1. And the Lord said unto Samuel, How long wilt thou mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? Fill thine horn with oil, and go. I will send thee to Jesse the Bethlehemite, for I have provided me a king among his sons. And Samuel said, How can I go? If Saul hear it, he will kill me. And the Lord said, Take an heifer with thee, and say, I am come to sacrifice to the Lord. Verses 3 through 4b. And call Jesse to the sacrifice, and I will shew thee what thou shalt do, and thou shalt anoint unto me him whom I name unto thee. And Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem, and the elders of the town trembled at his coming. Verses 6 through 7. And it came to pass when they were come that he looked on Eliab and said, Surely the Lord's anointed is before him. But the Lord said unto Samuel, Look not on his countenance, or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. Verses 8 through 10. Then Jesse called Abinadab and made him pass before Samuel. And he said, Neither hath the Lord chosen this. Then Jesse made Shammah to pass by. And he said, Neither hath the Lord chosen this. Again, Jesse made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel. And Samuel said unto Jesse, The Lord hath not chosen these. Verse 11. And Samuel said unto Jesse, Are here all thy children? And he said, There remaineth yet the youngest, and behold, he keepeth the sheep. And Samuel said unto Jesse, Send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither. Verses 12 through 13. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy, and withal a beautiful countenance, and goodly to look at. And the Lord said, Arise, anoint him, for this is he. Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward. So Samuel rose up and went to Ramah. A very brief summary. Though there was yet a king on the throne, God asked Samuel to do something traitorous, anoint a new king. In contrast with Saul, who was tall, extremely handsome, and looked the part, the new king would be chosen by a different set of criteria. Saul had been the kind of human leader the people wanted, regal and powerful in appearance. But this time, God made clear to Samuel that while humans focused on the outward appearance, he would choose a king based on inner qualities, the heart. God steered Samuel to bypass Jesse's tall and handsome older sons, finally leading him to David, the youngest son. Just as he had anointed Saul, chapter 10, verse 1, Samuel anointed David. This shepherd boy, with the help of the Spirit of the Lord, would grow up to become ancient Israel's most famous king. Thank you so very much for watching and listening. Join me soon for the next backstory and more. And remember, every Sunday at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, I release a new video for the upcoming Sunday School lesson. Please subscribe if you've not already done so, and help this channel grow one viewer and one subscriber at a time. Thank you in advance, and may God bless.